Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off the dishwasher's water supply underneath the sink. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the GE Dishwasher Circulation Pump. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the clamps, a zip tie, and the circulation pump. The circulation pump circulates the water through the dishwasher. The main reason you'd be changing it out is if the motor's failed and the water's not circulating and your dishes aren't getting clean, or it's cracked or damaged and you're getting water leaking on the floor. In order to get to the part we have to pull the dishwasher out, first thing we're going to do is go underneath the sink and disconnect the lines. Now that we're underneath the cabinets, you want to make sure that the dishwasher is still unplugged, and you may want to throw a towel down. When we take off the fill line and the drain hose, there's going to be some water that comes out. First, we're going to disconnect the fill line. It's connected right here to the hot water valve. You want to make sure the water valve is off, and then we're going to use our 5/8" wrench to loosen up the hose. Once you have it broke free, you can just reach in and unscrew it by hand. Once you have it off, you can just set it down, and then we can take off the drain hose. To take the drain hose off, you just want to follow it up to wherever it goes. It may go to the garbage disposal. Ours goes up to the air gap. Once you locate the end of it, we're going to take a 5/16 nut driver and loosen up the clamp. Once you have the clamp loose, you can pull it free and set it down. Now that we have the lines disconnected, we're going to open up the dishwasher door and pull the lower dish rack out and set it aside. Now that we have the rack out, we're going to use the Phillips screwdriver to take out the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Now that we have the screws out, we're going to lift up on the dishwasher door and use it to carefully start to pull the dishwasher out. Once you have it out far enough, we're going to grab the frame and pull it out the rest of the way. Now that we have the dishwasher pulled out, we're going to put a towel down on the floor so when we lay the dishwasher down, we don't damage anything. Once you have the towel down, we're just going to carefully lay the dishwasher on its back. Now that we have the dishwasher turned over, we have access to the circulation pump. It's located right here, mounted to the sump. We're just going to put a towel down to catch any water that may come out. And we're going to unplug the wiring harness. It's located right down here at the base. There's a locking tab on the back. It's a little tight, so we're going to use a small flathead screwdriver to press on it to release it and get the wiring harness to come off. Now that we have the wiring harness disconnected, we have to remove these two clamps that hold the circulation pump to the sump. They use these non-reusable type of clamps on these. So we're just going to take a flathead screwdriver and kind of get in the crimp right here and loosen it so we can unhook it from the little locking tab right there. Once you have it released, you can pull it off. Now that we have the clamps off, there's nothing holding it on except for a little mounting tab at the top. So we're just going to break these two fittings free and pull it off. Just pull down. Once you have it free, you can pull it off the dishwasher. Here's the old circulation pump and clamps next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. The new part comes with a zip tie. Our model didn't use it. If you had to do anything with the wiring harness, you may have to use yours. First, we're going to put the clamps on. You want to make sure you put them on so that you can reach in later with the tool to tighten them down. So we're going to put one on the diverter fitting. and the other one on the pump itself. And then we're going to get these rubber fittings wet because it makes it easier to slide in. Once you get it wet and have the clamps on, when you're pushing it up in place, you want to make sure the upper mounting tab goes up into the sump. And then get the hoses on. Once you have the pump pushed up into place, we're going to use the 7mm nut driver to tighten the clamp down. Then we can do the other clamp. Just want to get it lined up on the fitting, and then we're going to use the 1/4" nut driver to tighten that one down. Once you have the clamps tightened down, we can connect the wiring harness. All you have to do is grab it and plug it into the motor. Make sure it locks in so you get a good connection. Now that we have the dishwasher put back together, we can carefully set it up on its feet and pull the towel out. Now we have to reach underneath and put the lines through the cabinets. We want to push the dishwasher in about halfway. Then we can go underneath the sink and pull on the lines to make sure they're not caught on anything. Then we can push the dishwasher in the rest of the way. Now we can reconnect the drain hose to the air gap. Once you have it pushed up into place, we're going to use our 5/16" nut driver to tighten down the clamp. Once you have the drain line hooked up, we can hook up the water line. All you have to do is get it started by hand. Once you have it snug, we can reach in with our 5/8" wrench to tighten it down so it doesn't leak. Now that we have the lines reconnected, we can open up the dishwasher door and use the Phillips screwdriver to put in the screws that hold the dishwasher to the countertop. Once you have the screws in, we can put the lower dish rack back in. All you have to do is set it on the door and push it back in. Once you have it in, we can close the door. Then we can plug it back in, turn the water back on, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.